monumental feat of natural wonder only at Luray Caverns.
Good morning, America. Flash flooding disaster. Massive downpours in the Midwest, destroying roads, homes and cars underwater. Residents warned to shelter in place. And now a scorcher for 18 states. Temperatures that feel like triple digits, spreading from Kansas to the Northeast.
Also this morning, battle at the border. Protests erupting across the country over the Trump administration's zero-tolerance policy, separating young migrant children from their parents. Former First Lady Laura Bush now calling it cruel and immoral. And what the First Lady Melania Trump is now saying this morning.
Breaking his silence, Duchess Meghan's father speaking out this morning about the royal wedding. What he thought about Prince Charles walking his daughter down the aisle, his message for Prince Harry, and what he says Meghan told him about having children.
An ABC News exclusive. Roller coaster nightmare. One of the women thrown more than 30 feet when the ride derailed, now telling her story. What she noticed just before the accident.
And the $132,000 disaster. This 5-year-old caught on surveillance tape trying to hug a glass statue, knocking it over. Now his parents slammed with a giant bill. Will they have to pay?
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
We'll get into that last bit of video.
Big debate here.
Yeah. Good morning, America. Busy Monday morning. Wonderful to have David here with us.
Always great to be by your side. All week if it goes well this morning. Right. We do have a lot of news to get to on a Monday morning. We're going to start with that battle at the border, the firestorm growing over children being separated from their parents, sparking protests around the country now.
Nearly 2,000 children taken from their parents accused of illegally crossing over a 6-week period. Images like this one you see right there is getting a lot of reaction this morning.
And Michael, as you know, President Trump is now heading to Capitol Hill tomorrow to discuss immigration with Republicans. But this morning, First Lady Melania Trump is already weighing in on what she's seeing. And former First Lady Laura Bush now calling the policy cruel overnight. Our senior White House correspondent, Cecilia Vega, has much more for us this morning. Good morning, Cecilia.
Hey, David, good morning to you. You know, this is a policy that is now just eating away in terms of controversy at this White House. And now, in the middle of all this controversy, a rare intervention from two First Ladies who normally are not weighing in on policy matters. Let's go right to First Lady Melania Trump's statement released through a spokeswoman. She says, quote, Mrs. Trump hates to see the children separated from their families and hopes both sides of the aisle can finally come together to achieve successful immigration reform. She believes we need to be a country that follows all laws, but also a country that governs with heart. Now, this both sides line really seems to be echoing the president's claim that Democrats are to blame for this. Of course, the president's critics say he could unilaterally stop this essentially with a phone call and bring this policy to an end. I want to go now to Mrs. Bush's comment. She is comparing these detention centers to World War II era Japanese American internment camps. Quote, I live in a border state. I appreciate the need to enforce and protect our international boundaries, but this zero tolerance policy is cruel, it is immoral, and it breaks my heart. David, you know this. This is a growing chorus of opposition from Republicans to the president's own allies in the evangelical community, too.
And Cecilia, you make a good point there. So what does the president hope to accomplish when he goes to Capitol Hill? Does he want the zero tolerance policy stopped, or is he okay with what he's seeing, these children being separated?
Well, he really caused mass confusion on Capitol Hill last week when he seemed to dismiss the Republican compromise, compromise on immigration. The White House had to clarify, saying that it's actually the Democratic bill that he is opposed to. So this trip to tomorrow is really about rallying Republicans on the Hill for this issue, over this issue that has vexed them for years. You know, the president said he doesn't want to see these images, but again, David, his critics say he could stop this himself.
All right, Cecilia Vega, I know you'll have much more on world news tonight. In the meantime, Robin.
All right, David, as you know, the tension at the border reaching a boiling point as protesters and politicians demand change. Marcus Moore is there on the ground for us in McAllen, Texas, and has the latest. Good morning, Marcus.
Well, Robin, good morning to you. I'm just outside the Border Patrol's busiest processing center in the region, and over the weekend we were allowed to go inside to look at the operation where more than 1,000 people are being held. This place, along with several others, the focus of growing protests.
Immigrants are welcome here.
This morning, outrage over the Trump administration's zero-tolerance policy for undocumented immigrants and asylum seekers is growing.
We're duly elected members of Congress. We're entitled to come in and visit these prisoners.
From New Jersey, where 7 congressmen demanded entry into this detention center.
Today, Father's Day, we spoke to fathers whose children have been ripped from their arms, who have no idea when or if they will see their children again.
The people united will never be divided.
To the U.S.-Mexico border, protesters marching by the hundreds outside a facility near El Paso. And farther south in McAllen, where more than 1,000 detainees, men, women, and children, are being held temporarily. In these images released by the Department of Homeland Security, you can see the sprawling array of fenced-in cells and bare floors.
I just don't think that this should be happening, and something has to be done.
Amidst the furor over increased border enforcement and, in some cases, family separations.
There is no policy to separate family. The zero-tolerance policy is intended to deter people from breaking the law. Adults. If they are accompanied by a child, that child is temporarily separated from them as they go through a judicial process.
And former Trump chief strategist Steve Bannon pushing the White House agenda on this week.
The morality is the law. They're criminals when they come across, okay, illegally, and that's why they're getting separated.
Yet this morning, the voices of dissent not wavering outside these walls or on social media. Singer John Legend responding to a Father's Day tweet by House Speaker Paul Ryan, writing, "Reunite the families at the border, and we can talk about Father's Day." This morning, thousands remain in custody, including the most innocent, the children caught in the middle of an adult fight. And this morning, immigration officials are arguing that any of the temporary family separations that have happened are no different than when an American citizen is accused of a crime and is going through the judicial process. Robin.
Well, Marcus, as you know, being inside that center, we've heard about all the different rules, such as the detainees cannot be held or touched. We're talking about children. Even if they're crying, they can't be held or touched, which is very hard for people to hear. And we're hearing from the Department of Homeland Security Secretary is responding and giving the administration's response this morning, Marcus?
Yeah, that's right, Robin. She sent out a tweet. Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen sent out a tweet saying, quote, "We do not have a policy of separating families at the border, period." Robin.
All right, Marcus, thank you. Michael?
All right, thank you so much, Robin. As those tensions erupt over the zero-tolerance policy, a border chase in Texas turned deadly. This SUV, packed with undocumented immigrants, crashing while trying to escape Border Patrol on Sunday. Officials say the car hit 100 miles per hour. At least 5 people died at the scene. The crash is now under investigation. And we're going to turn from the border to that severe heat that's moving in. 18 states under alert as the Midwest faces those devastating flash floods. 10 inches falling in some areas in a few hours, causing major damage to roads, as you can see there. Take a look at the Maji River in Wisconsin at 4 p.m. on Saturday, and then just a day later, 4 p.m. on Sunday, that water rising high enough to reach the bottom of that bridge. Ginger is tracking it all. Good morning, Ginger.
This is my land. This is where I come from. And a lot of us this morning going to be either inconvenienced or in danger because of weather. And here's where I want to start with you. From Topeka, Kansas to Portland, Maine, there are heat advisories. And summer doesn't start until officially later this week. But don't tell anybody in Indianapolis today or Toledo, where it'll feel like more than 100. Already schools closing early from Westchester, New York, up through Massachusetts. And then we've got to turn to that flooding. Guys, the pictures are just incredible. I just got off a messenger with the National Weather Service out of Marquette. You got to see these images. These are live look at Hancock, Michigan from the damage. They said more than a half a foot of rain fell in just a couple of hours early Sunday morning, causing landslides, crushing that house. And guys, the rain isn't done yet.
This is what 3 inches of rain per hour looks like. Water rushing down the hills of northern Michigan, and it's still raining this morning after a weekend washout across the northern Great Lakes. Flash flooding causing sinkholes and debilitating damage. In Michigan's Upper Peninsula, 7 inches of rain fell in just 3 hours, turning this county road into a gushing river, with emergency services reporting more than 60 sinkholes and washouts. People told to shelter in place as road after road after road remained impassable. The downpours loosening the ground beneath this street, taking the blacktop right with it. And now, the overwhelming job of cleaning up. In northern Wisconsin, up to 10 inches of rain. And in Duluth, Minnesota, people wading through submerged roads. The storms also accompanied by dangerously high winds.
It's back on the ground.
A man capturing this tornado in Poynette, Wisconsin. Extreme weather torturing folks in Wyoming, too, where hail pounded Cheyenne, bouncing off windshields and blanketing this highway.
A lot of the flood concern now sinks south from western Kansas to Wausau, Wisconsin there, and that's because the stationary front and new low that comes in going to drop up to 4 inches in eastern Nebraska. David?
No, you're from Michigan. Tough to see those pictures this morning. Ginger, thanks for thinking about everyone. In the meantime, overseas now to a deadly earthquake rocking Japan overnight. The 6.1 magnitude quake striking the city of Osaka and the surrounding areas during the morning commute there, killing at least 3 people and injuring hundreds. The quake setting off building fires, knocking over walls and cracking roads and water pipes there. Flights in and out of the city were grounded, and train service was temporarily suspended as rescue crews now search for the survivors. Robin.
It's disturbing to wake up to that news this morning, David. Now to the latest on the Russia investigation. President Trump once again calling the probe a witch hunt over the weekend. But in a new twist, a Trump confidant is now revealing he met with a Russian during the campaign who he says offered to sell him dirt on Hillary Clinton. Our Chief Justice Correspondent Pierre Thomas has more. He's there in Washington for us. Good morning, Pierre.
Robin, good morning. That's right. Word of yet another contact between an associate of President Trump and Russians. The special counsel's team is asking questions, and another sign that the investigation remains active and intense. Roger Stone, a longtime friend and confidant of President Trump, has denied having any knowledge of any collusion with the Russians before the 2016 election.
I still have seen no evidence of Russian collusion.
But now new word that Stone met with a Russian claiming to have dirt on Hillary Clinton and offering it to Stone in exchange for $2 million. Stone says he rejected it immediately. Stone did not disclose the May 2016 Florida meeting to congressional investigators when questioned last year. Neither did former Trump campaign aide Mike Caputo, who reportedly helped arrange the meeting.
They have not told the truth to Congress, and they should be prosecuted for it.
Last week, Stone and Caputo submitted letters to Congress notifying investigators of the omission. Stone telling ABC News he simply forgot about the contact because it went nowhere, and that he rejected any notion that then-candidate Trump would pay for the damaging information. He also says he never told President Trump about the meeting.
The entire thing has been a witch hunt.
Total witch hunt. It's a witch hunt.
Stone and Caputo are suspicious that the Russian contact was an informant sent by the FBI to set them up. But the man told the Washington Post he was not working with the FBI at the time of the meeting and says he ended his relationship with the FBI in 2013. Robin?
All right, and another front, Pierre, we heard that President Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, hinting that the president could pardon Paul Manafort.
Robin, Giuliani says the Mueller investigation is tainted and that when the investigation is over and the legal cases have been resolved, the president may consider pardons, as he said, to clean this up.
All right, Pierre, thank you. Michael?
All right, thank you so much, Robin. Now to that urgent search for 2 escaped inmates on the run after breaking out of an Illinois County jail through this hole. ABC's Whit Johnson is here, and Whit, one of them has been charged with murder.
Michael, that's right. Good morning to you. A multi-agency manhunt now underway. Take a look at how these 3 men escaped using a pipe, busting their way through a brick wall. Police calling them dangerous and possibly armed.
This morning, a manhunt for an accused killer in southern Illinois after he broke out of this jail along with 2 other inmates early Saturday morning.
Jail officers meet with me at the rear of the jail. Appears to be a hole in the wall. Have them do a head count.
Authorities say the men escaped through this hole, pounded out through a brick wall.
They used a pipe that we think was obtained from our privacy area for the shower areas, and they managed to batter and push that through.
Officials believe the men fled around 3 a.m., but deputies didn't notice until more than 2 hours later.
It wasn't until they actually entered the cell at 5:30 when they noticed there were people missing.
28-year-old Justin Bray caught late Saturday after police say he jumped into this river. His getaway driver arrested following a crash. The other inmates, 24-year-old Zachary Schock, charged with murder and battery, and 61-year-old Johnny Tipton, facing theft charges, still at large. The hole at the jail now sealed with a metal plate.
And authorities say the men had some help. They've arrested 3 people charged with aiding and abetting. K-9 units and aircraft have now been called in today to try to track down those remaining 2 inmates still at large.
Everybody needs to keep their eyes open.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
Whit. We're going to turn now to new trouble for Tesla this morning. Actress Mary McCormick posting this video here of her husband's car on fire in West Hollywood. Look at that. Saying it went up in flames out of the blue. The video now raising more questions this morning about the safety of those cars, and our chief national correspondent Matt Gutman is live at a Tesla store in Los Angeles for us. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, David. And when you look at that video, it looks like there's a flamethrower beneath that Tesla. Now, its driver, Michael Morris, he was the husband of Mary McCormick. He was unhurt, and we reached out to the LA County Sheriff's Department. They say that the battery, that lithium-ion battery, is the likely culprit. Yet another potential ding to Tesla's reputation. This morning, Tesla is investigating another instance of one of its electric cars catching fire. West Wing star Mary McCormick tweeting this video of flames shooting out from under her husband's Model S, writing, "This is what happened to my husband and his car today. No accident, out of the blue, in traffic." Adding, "Thank God my 3 little girls weren't in the car with him." She says the car was not in self-driving mode and her husband was barely moving in traffic when a couple in another car flagged him down and told him to pull over. Luckily, no one was hurt. Firefighters quickly putting out the blaze. The LA County Sheriff's Department saying the cause is likely a battery or mechanical issue. This fire just the latest in a string of incidents for Tesla, the company already facing at least 4 federal investigations, including one for this incident in which the battery from this vehicle reignited a week after being towed to an impound lot.
The lithium-ion batteries have problems in all sorts of products. What's going on with the Tesla battery, of course, is that there's a lot of them. There's a lot of lithium-ion in one place. And so when it does catch on fire, the bigger concern immediately is, are first responders adequately trained to address what to do with these batteries?
Now, it's a good question, and in response to this latest incident, Tesla says this is an extraordinarily unusual occurrence, and we are investigating the incident to find out what happened. Now, all of this comes after assembly line problems for Tesla's Model 3, and of course, after Elon Musk announced that he has to lay off 9% of Tesla's workforce. David.
All right, Matt Gutman with us this morning. Thanks as always, Matt.
All right, thank you, David. Now we're going to go to Mexico's literal earth-shaking performance at the World Cup. Fans in Mexico City cheering so hard when their team scored its first goal, they set off 2 earthquake sensors in the city. Grab your desk, people. Get under your desk. Fans had a right to go nuts. The goal turned out to be the only one scored in the match, and it was so big because Mexico upset Germany, who are the defending champions.
Yes, that's
you know,
huge.
I grew up in Germany. I'm not going to tell you who I was rooting for, but all I can say is I wasn't one of the ones setting off the sensor.
You just told who you were rooting for.
That was not so subtle.
But it was great. Congratulations to them.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's check back in with Ginger because it's going to be a sizzling Monday, right, Ginger?
Oh, and as people are sweating through their Monday, they want to know what's responsible. It is this big blue H, the high-pressure system, the ridge that's in place because of the jet stream. It's going to make it feel like more than 100 from Chicago through Detroit. Cincinnati's heat index later this afternoon, 98, 99 Washington, D.C. We're going to hold on to it at least for a day or two, depending on where you're at. All right, the Select Cities now brought to you by Metamucil.
My digestive system used to make me feel sluggish, but those days are over. Now I take Metamucil every day. It naturally traps and removes the waste that weighs me down, so I feel lighter. Try Metamucil and begin to feel what lighter feels like. Introducing new Metamucil Fiber Thins, made with 100% natural psyllium fiber. A great tasting and easy way to start your day. New at Walmart and Walmart.com.
Hot, humid, oppressive heat and humidity in the forecast for today. Then tomorrow, not quite as hot, but take it easy today. We're code orange air quality. 96, 100 to 105 is what it will feel like. We'll have temperatures come down tomorrow, but still it is going to be plenty humid. 90 degrees with a chance of some afternoon thunderstorms. Better chance on Wednesday with that high of 87 degrees. And then we're rather quiet for your Thursday for the first day of summer at 85 degrees.
Coming up, that interview with Duchess Meghan's father, what he's saying about the royal wedding and not walking his daughter down the aisle.
I had a great date for that wedding. Also, the ABC News exclusive, the woman thrown from that roller coaster, she talks right here. Coming up on GMA.
Over the last 24 hours, you've finished preparing him for college.